Another reason we like this oversized tray, we can use both the small roller and the large roller in the same pan. So I'm first going to go down to my bottom, and I'm just going to roll right along this base. I'm only going to roll out about 2 roller widths right here, maybe 1 or 2. Quickly brush in, and I want to run this roller back over. And you can see we've got some nice coverage all the way down uniformly. Now we've got to quickly get up to the top. Again, in this case, I'm still going to use the ladder method. We'll show you another trick down the road. Turn my roller sideways and just roll along this ceiling. Move our brush into the tape. Make sure we don't have not only a buildup there, but make sure we've got it covered well. And again, I'm only going to come out a little ways. Brushing, and see again, as we brush it in, we deteriorate the coverage. So my final move has to be to take that roller right back over top of that. Now typically when someone's brushing, or they've cut in the room, so to speak, prior to painting, and we start getting multiple layers of paint in those areas, you're going to get different levels of coverage, whether it was rolled, brushed and rolled, and maybe even double lap coated over a place that's already dry. And again, so we spread our paint. We want to quickly and lightly blend this into our wet paint behind us. And the final thing is just to lay the roller on the wall and gently let it roll down the wall. And you can see we're starting to get a little sticky here. It's starting to pull this. This being a first coat, we're really fighting the coverage. And I'm going to grab some more paint, lay it in the center, and roll up, rolling down and spreading through that. So 1 roller width, top to bottom, that's about a roller full, and you're getting about the proper amount of paint. Again, I'm going to spread this a couple times. I'm going to lay my roller slightly over the last area we smoothed. Let the roller travel down the wall on its own weight. Blend that in. And again, now we got to keep this wet and moving. And here's a point here. I left this a little heavy in this area, so we want to watch that on this final smooth. We'll be putting paint back here again, but we don't want to leave that heavy where it can dry. At the same time, we don't want to try to get this real thin here to blend in, because we're going to have the same problem with drying. So we want to put plenty of paint on there. Again, I've got my small roller full. We'll roll a little bit out on the ceiling, roll through to get our good coverage again. And I'll do the same thing at the bottom. Brushing, covering up that slick brush texture. Lay our small roller down. And again, this is where we talk about, boy, it'd be great to have a second person when you're doing this. One person could do the high and low cut in, and again, all this paint is just flowing nice and wet. Spreading the paint 2 or 3 times in between it, spread it uniformly, and then just a very slight overlap of the last smoothed area. And again, about a roller and a half wide and smooth. Now you notice when I take my roller out of the tray, I'm going to momentarily hold that roller vertically. This will minimize drips as you're going to the wall. So we just hold it vertically, go to the center of the wall, release that paint, place that paint, and then just spread that very uniformly and evenly. Now you'll notice I've got the 2-inch tape on the ceiling. I've been bumping it. As long as we don't hit it too hard, I can actually let that touch lightly. And that's put me real close to the ceiling. And we can see that we're getting very decent coverage here. And again, we compare that to the coverage we get with a brush cut in. It's just no comparison.